Hay tres clases de personas. Los de arriba, los de abajo, los que caen.
Hey guys, welcome to Happywax TV. So, wow, this movie, The Platform, I've been waiting for this thing to come out. And I'll tell you, it did not disappoint. Now, I wasn't going to do a review on it, just because it's already got so many reviews, and it's done the festival circuit, and it's just killed it wherever it's played. I mean, picking up numerous awards. I mean, it's been nominated, I don't know, countless times at all the festivals it's played. I mean, it's got a 7.1 on IMDb, and man, to give this movie a rating, I would probably give this like an 8. I loved this movie. I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be that good. I mean, if you're a fan of like the Cube movies, you're going to love this flick. You know what I mean? And it even, dare I say, kind of goes into like the Human Centipede style. You know what I mean? Where like the first is fed and the last gets like nothing. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know, man. It's got so many different cool movies kind of put into this to bring this movie forward. It's incredible. I'm gonna butcher names here, but it's directed by Galder Urrutia. I think that's how you say his name, and it's written by David DeSella. And I'll tell you, man, wow, these guys, bravo. I fucking loved this movie. You know, you have certain expectations when you go into seeing movies like this, and I've said this is what I base my channel on, is these video on demand style movies, because these are where all the crazy ideas are, and this thing is fucking great. And basically what it is, I'll give you like a little quick synopsis. It's a vertical prison that these people can choose to go into. I mean, some people are actual prisoners, but other people choose to go in there because it's in the future where resources are kind of low. And if you're kind of, you want to move up in status, you can voluntarily go into this pit or this chamber. And there's different levels. You start off at 0. Well, I guess you start off at 1, because 0 level is where they make all the food. And I love how they show this too when they're making the food. Like, I'm telling you, this is like 5-star catering, and it's this giant platform that just, when you get put into this pit, you're asked a questionnaire if you voluntarily go in, and one of the questions they ask you is, what is your favorite food? Because they make sure that food is on there for you on this floating chain, or this floating table that lowers down through the center of this pit. Now, when you're put into this, you're put asleep, and then you're put on a level. Okay, and it starts off at level 1, and it goes all the way. I don't want to give spoilers if you haven't seen it, but it's, I mean, some people wake up on level 148. Some people, I think when Grogan wakes up, I think he's on level 48, which is, again, I don't want to give too many spoilers, but it's somewhere maybe in the middle, maybe a little bit on the high side. So yeah, basically you're with another cellmate. There's 2 of you. You're in this square room, and you're on your own level, okay? And then each level is, I think, 15 to 20 feet above you and below you. And this table comes down once a day, and it sits on your level for 2 minutes. And in that time, you can eat as much food as you want, okay? And then it lowers down to the next level, right? But the thing is that if you're in the higher levels, like level 1 or even like level 48 where Grogan is, like you get food. But as it gets lower, people, they gorge themselves on the higher because it's all this nice food coming down. And then like the lower levels end up with nothing. And that's where all the panic and the chaos starts, right? Because like people are killing themselves and God knows what, like committing suicide and just all sorts of atrocities to each other. I guess if you don't panic and you're on the lower levels where you don't get food, I mean, you still have basic necessities, like you get a bed and a sink and a toilet and stuff. And hopefully your fucking cellmate isn't fucking Looney Tunes, right? Because every 30 days, they gas you and then they put you back to sleep, and then you wake up on a different level. So, I mean, one month you might be on level, 48 where Grogan is, and then you get put asleep and you're down farther. You're down like on level, say, 188, right? Where by the time that cart gets to you, there's no food on it because it's already been ravaged. So you're like, what the fuck do you do? But I mean, if you use your head, realistically, okay, you could fast for 30 days as long as you drink water. You won't get your electrolytes really, but you could drink enough water and your own piss if you needed to get your electrolytes and keep your immune system built and survive it. But if you get like stuck, on the lower levels for like 2 or 3 months, then you're fucked. And then that's when these people start going crazy. It's just, I don't want to say much more than that as far as like spoilerish kind of goes. But the entire time I was watching this movie, I was thinking like how would I fucking, try to survive this if you're on the lower levels? Because, and especially the issue is that people coming, like when the 30 days is up and then they get gassed, and like say if you're on like level 200 where you get nothing and you're lucky to be alive, if you get put on level 10, right, every time that fucking table comes down, you're just gonna gorge as much food as you can. And then you get the assholes that like piss on the food after they eat it, and it's just, I mean, it's a sad state, man. I hope something like this never fucking happens, because I'm like, wow. But I'll tell you, man, just the way this story's told and the dialogue in it, and it's a fantastic movie. It really is. It's a great fucking idea. I mean, it is a horror movie in some sense of the form as to what happens to these people on the lower levels. But again, some people have volunteered to be in there just because they're promised degrees when they get out. You know what I mean? So, but a lot of the people are prison inmates. I mean, when Gorgon wakes up, he's in there with Trimagasi, who's an older fella who accidentally killed a person. Okay, but I mean, still, he murdered somebody, so he's in there. And I can't remember how many years he was put in there for, but he knows how the system works and he knows what to do on the different levels. And he kind of teaches, Gorgon, before the 30 days is up. But I mean, even your friends turn on you in the lower levels. It's crazy. So again, I don't want to say too much about this. I probably said too much already, but I'm telling you, if you flip through this on Netflix and you question whether you want to watch it, I'm telling you straight up, I mean, I am highly recommending this movie. It is fucking fantastic, and I'll probably watch it 4 or 5. Like, it's a movie you just can't watch once because there's probably stuff that you want, you know what I mean? Like you don't pick up on the original viewing that you have to go back and watch. And the dialogue in this is fantastic. Like, when I first put this movie on and these two guys wake up in the cell, and I'm like, how are they going to pull off a 90-minute movie in the cell? Do you know what I mean? But they do move around, okay, and shit happens, and there's gore in this movie, enough to satisfy the gore fans and stuff like that. But it's the dialogue that really carries this movie as they progress, and the ideas that some of them get to try and help other people, and it just unfolds great. I love this fucking movie, so I highly recommend it. Wow. I'm so excited to see this movie. I had heard so much about it, and I honestly didn't know Netflix was going to pick it up. I really didn't. But it was on there when I looked, because a couple of you recommended it to me, and I was like, yeah, I'm definitely going to watch this. And I'm glad I got a chance to see it, and I'm glad I can recommend it to you guys, because it's highly recommended by me. So definitely check it out. So anyways, guys, if you have seen this movie, let me know what you think of it. If you haven't, I mean, absolutely go watch it. Get back to me and let me know what you think. Do yourself a favor too. Don't watch any trailers. I know I probably said too much about it in my review, but just go in knowing as little as possible and let this movie unfold in front of you, and I promise you will love this fucking flick. So anyways, check it out. Let me know if you've seen it. It's called The Platform, guys, and as always, stay scared.